Many are upset over the Jake Paul and Mike Tyson fight, with some people claiming that it was rigged because many people bet a lot of money and they lost a lot of money. Allegedly, there's this script that got leaked showing how the fight was supposed to go down between Mike Tyson and
Jake Paul and Mike Tyson are being sued for orchestrating what's being called the biggest scam in recent boxing history. Fans waited 6 months for this legendary fight, only to be handed a scripted mess. What were you thinking? Hyping it to the heavens only to deliver nothing of substance didn't just waste time, money, and energy. It toyed with the emotions of millions of boxing fans.
Paul Mike Tyson fight.
Interesting.
Script.
How so? What do you mean by
It's just
script?
weird. It just...
Like scripted in what way?
No, I don't know. I actually really like Jake Paul. It just seems so... It's odd, bro.
The timing. It's a timing.
I mean,
He
it's
fights
obviously
two-
odd.
No, he fights two no-names, beats them both.
Do you plan to make up for this disaster? The damage is done. No one will believe in a real fight again, and it's not just your reputations at stake. You've dragged the entire sport of boxing down with you. Congratulations on hitting a new low.
X has spoken. The fight was scripted. Everyone is talking about this on X, and the script was actually leaked on X a few days ago.
Fans spent millions on this overhyped pay-per-view with sold-out tickets and sky-high anticipation. And what did they get? A fight so fake that even WWE fans rolled their eyes. Jake walked away with $4 million, Tyson pocketed $20 million, and the audience was left with nothing. To make matters worse, a leaked script surfaced, nailing every round's outcome. Furious fans are now suing, calling this fiasco what it truly was, false advertising at its finest.
Reason and one reason only, and that is the money. He's getting paid so much money to do this, so that tells me he's getting bought. So again, it is sad that someone like Mike Tyson...
At first, we thought, maybe this won't be a disaster. Tyson steps in with his old school bob and weave, while Paul struts around like he's the second coming of Muhammad Ali. Tyson lands a few jabs, Paul throws a quick combo, and wait, is this real? Tyson's timing was so off, it felt like he was boxing in slow motion, and Paul looked like he was just trying not to trip over his own ego.
go down. So round one was supposed to go like this. The opening bell rings and Tyson, showing flashes of his old form, immediately stalks forward with his signature bob and weave style. Paul maintains distance, circling the ring cautiously. Tyson lands a few jabs, but Paul's youth shows in his superior ability.
Tyson lands a solid left hook, and the crowd goes wild for about 5 seconds. Then reality sets in. Tyson's gas tank is already empty, while Paul, buzzing with the energy of a sugar-high kid, bounces around like he's in a schoolyard fight.
Round two, Tyson comes alive, cutting off the ring more effectively. He lands a thunderous left hook to Paul's body that draws a collective gasp from the crowd. Paul weathers the storm, using his reach advantage.
By round three, Paul's ego was sky-high after landing a decent right cross that momentarily stunned Tyson. Tyson tried to fight back, but his trademark moves had devolved into sluggish flails, while Paul strutted around like he'd just coded the ghost of Muhammad Ali. It was embarrassing for Tyson, for Paul, and for boxing.
Paul gains confidence, starting to plant his feet more. He lands a sharp right cross that momentarily stuns Tyson. The former champion responds with a vintage combination, but Paul slips most.
The grand final was supposed to be a scripted knockout in round 5. Did we get it? Of course not. Instead, we got a drawn-out decision win for Jake Paul. The audience, both in the arena and at home, likely felt like they'd wasted not just their money, but their precious time. Fans didn't tune in for amateur hour, they came for a battle of legends. What they got was a bad high school drama production with boxing gloves.
That catches him flush on the chin. Tyson's leg buckle and he drops to the canvas. Then he's out for the count, but Tyson, despite his warrior heart, cannot beat the 10 count. Winner Jake Paul by KO. What?
Let's talk about the real elephant in the room, Mike Tyson's health. Just months before this circus act, Tyson was literally fighting for his life. 8 blood transfusions, half his blood gone due to complications from an ulcer, and somehow, someone thought he was ready to fight. Texas, you deserve a round of applause for setting the bar so low it's underground. Their medical clearance process is a joke. Tyson, who had lost 25 pounds while recovering from his near-death experience, was thrown into the ring with a guy half his age, and we were supposed to believe this wasn't just a cash grab. Tyson didn't even try to hide it. He straight up said, "I did it for my bills." Think about that. The man who once ruled boxing reduced to a scripted circus act just to pay his expenses. It's tragic. Tyson walked away with $20 million, sure, but at what cost? His legacy? His dignity? Honestly, it's heartbreaking to watch a legend stoop this low. And Jake Paul, where do we even begin? This guy keeps selling himself as the savior of boxing, but he's the one who turned the sport into a clown show, complete with scripts and fake rivalries. Tyson, a man who deserved so much better, became just another pawn in Jake's ego-driven game.
I'm glad to see that because if I hadn't saw that, I would be worried that this fight may not.
Let's give Tyson a free pass here. This fight wasn't about skill or legacy. It was about cold, hard cash. Jake Paul didn't just fight Tyson, he used him. Tyson was the bait Jake needed to secure yet another payday, disguised as a boxing match. It wasn't a competition. It was a money grab dressed up as a historic event. Fans shelled out their hard-earned cash for tickets and pay-per-view, expecting to witness an epic clash. Instead, they got what felt like a YouTube parody of a real fight. The only thing missing was Jake vlogging mid-round about how he's revolutionizing the sport.
Reason and one reason only, and that is the money. He's getting paid so much money to do this. So that tells me he's getting bought. So again, it is sad that someone like Mike.
Jake had the audacity to say, "I didn't want to hurt Mike." Please, let's not pretend this was some noble act of restraint. Jake Paul isn't a hero sparing a legend. He's a businessman milking every drop of Tyson's legacy for his own profit. And Tyson? Let's be honest, he knew exactly what this was. He literally said he took the fight to pay his bills.
No. He hit you with one, and you gave him the tongue. Only because the crowd, got turned up.
A champion of the world, a boxing icon, reduced to a supporting actor in Jake Paul's reality show. It's tragic. The backlash was deserved and brutal. Boxing legends like Evander Holyfield and Buster Douglas tore this fight apart. Holyfield called out Tyson's balance and movement as a disaster, while Douglas didn't mince words, labeling the fight a cash grab that spat in the face of boxing's integrity. They were right. Tyson, once a force of nature, was now a sluggish shadow of his former self. Meanwhile, Jake strutted around like he'd just redefined the sport.
It seemed like he was just going through the motions, and now we might know why. After the fight happened, everyone all over the sport started debating whether it was all just a cash grab. But can we
just fighting to take care of my bills, basically. I don't have the stomach for this kind of no more. I'm more conscious of my children and those guys looking at my parents. I don't have that ferocity. I'm not an animal anymore.
Does that mean we won't see you fight again?
Friend Mike Tyson tweeted that he almost died over the summer. He said, he had a bunch of blood transfusions, just had to fight to get healthy, and then his performance yesterday against Jake Paul. Just your thoughts on what we saw.
Mike Tyson was right, and I was wrong.